All right, guys, what's going on? Of course, we got the blog post yesterday. Well, we're recording this actually the night of the blog post, but you're going to see this video the next day after the blog post here. But I don't know, wanted to kind of give my reaction and thoughts towards Young Avengers and the updates that the team got. And then also, of course, Kate Bishop coming into Marvel Strike Force. Now, personally, you guys, some of you guys know this already about me. I love Young Avengers, some of my favorite comics in the game, and large disappointment for me right now in regards to just the fact that they're going to be a war defense team. And with Echo's kit, I was slightly optimistic because really only one thing in her kit, I think it was her special or her ultimate, really kind of called to, was a call out to war defense specifically. But now, seeing the rest of the reworks of this team, I'm even more disappointed because, hey, I got a G for it. I mean, if you look at my roster, some of my passion projects, I believe in working on passion projects in Marvel Strike Force, man, because if you just work on all the meta, it gets pretty boring. It gets pretty boring. So I have put some decent investment into my Miss Marvel and into my Squirrel Girl. That 6 red star in Miss Marvel, I guess, will serve me well now by throwing this team on war defense. But listen, man, Squirrel Girl, I won't even get to see the cake. You know what I'm saying? I won't even get to see the cake anymore because I'm not going to be using the character in war. So it's just, I'm a little disappointed. But overall, what do I think about the kits of the Young Avengers team and sort of like my overall assessment? So a lot of them did get some stat boosts here, right? So the stats boosts are big. Probably the biggest stat boost I would say is probably America Chavez with the health, the damage, 25%, 20% armor focus, 25% resistance. Her passive is really impactful. This is pretty much basically what I call the Infinity Watch killer. The Infinity Watch killer right here, because on war defense, he's reducing that drain. It pretty much, so once they get the death proof, it doesn't really matter. And of course, we already knew that Echo was stopping the assist. So that's pretty much basically where that ends, right? Miss Marvel got a decent stat booster, her health and also her damage, but really not anything else, in my opinion, too impactful. Her kit got some pretty good boosts, and that's good. And Squirrel Girl got some insane boost to her armor, and in her passive, she's also given some additional armor as well to the rest of the team. So yes, they're gonna be a strong war team. They went through Strike Pass, and Strike Pass obviously showed what they're able to do here. Showed them against Infinity Watch. They were pretty good. They were pretty good. Not the burst that you're getting from Heroes for Hire, but sort of going to be more of like a long-term matchup that you're going to go through here. Long kind of drawn out matchup where you're going to have to go through and sort of try to work down the Young Avengers team. But like I said, it's a war defense team. I don't know how excited players are for this. I don't know if anyone really even cares about this team because they are going to be a war defense team. I tell you this much though, you're probably going to be pretty upset about going against this team. That's one of the things I definitely will say. Going against this team, there's probably going to be some frustration there. And it definitely kind of seemed like Heroes for Hire 2.0, in my opinion, just kind of in a different way. But yeah, I guess as we're climbing and getting more counters for Heroes for Hire, or where I guess they're starting to bring out something new that we're gonna have some difficulty with. But man, I would really like to see them kind of go away from this idea of putting characters on war defense, restricting them, and giving us the opportunity for us to actually use our characters and make the decisions and give us the agency, right, to use these characters as either war offense or war defense characters. I mean, dude, there's gonna be 10 defense teams and more war offense teams, or at least minimum 10 war offense teams. Give us the option and the agency to be able to select some of these characters, because honestly, this is kind of a little bit of a buzzkill. But wanted to talk about Kate Bishop here and her viability in these tech raids as well, and whether or not I think she's going to be a good character there. And I think that there's some things in her kit that do speak pretty strongly to her viability or usage in these Tech Doom raids here. Some of her stuff in her passive, you do have to be on war defense in order for it to be impactful. Specifically, like her charges. She can gain 5 charges here. She can actually only gain 1 charge outside or she can get in charge with her special ability outside of war, but in war that's where she's able to gain up the 5 charges. But I think that she will be impactful, in my opinion, is probably with her basic ability here, because she can attack the primary target for 225% piercing, but more importantly, she can clear those random positive effects. And then with her special as well, she can flip 3 positive effects on each target. So that's 2 dispels, right? Being able to clear some of those positive effects. I think where she probably will have the most impact, if you're going to be building her up for these Tech Doom raids, because she does have that tech tag, if you're going to be building her up for these Tech Doom raids, most likely where you're going to get the impact is probably going to be that final boss node, right? I think you're probably going to want to use some of the characters for the first and the second node. I think we saw her stats in the strike time video. Now we got to put that in context too. The stats in the prime time and the strike time video did have her stats at a little, they didn't have Stark Tech is what I was going to say. They didn't have Stark Tech including in her stats in the strike time video. So she did look a little squishy, but she probably isn't as squishy once you do put that Star Tech on her. But she does only have 116 speed, and I don't know, that I don't feel like that's gonna bode very well going against Silver Surfer, and might not be able to even get her special ability off if he ability blocks her, which means that then her only way outside of war to gain a charge is by using her special ability, which she gets on turn 1. So if he ability blocks her in that first node, then she's not able to, because if she does have charge, she can apply offense up to herself. She's not going to be able to do that here I'm concerned about her speed. I'm concerned about her speed and the viability of her in some of those earlier nodes, like the node with Silver Surfer, and also the one with like the Gamora and Captain Sam and all that as well. So in my personal opinion, yeah, I do think that, yeah, she can definitely add some value because of these 2 the spells that she has with her special, and then also her basic ability. That's really important. But I just don't know. And then her ultimate too. Like if she does have the charge, she can also apply blind for 2 turns. So you will want that ultimate can also be helpful and impactful too. Applying the blind for 2 turns to the enemy with the highest damage. She can do this outside of war as long as she does have that charge, but it will take time for her to get that charge. She can do it on turn 1, but she's ability blocked them, considering that she's going to be able to get this. So I guess what I'm saying is that she can be using these Tech Doom raids. I just don't know if she's not the answer for Tech Doom raids. I think she's just another one of those characters that can be situational, kind of a role player. I still think that you're going to be going in with your Doc Ock, your Doom, your Kestrel, and then rotating in T'Challa, rotating in some of these other characters, and until they actually give us a Tech Doom Raid team, which kind of seems once again cookie cutter to give us another Tech Doom Raid team, but it's kind of how they've created this mode right now. That's kind of the option that we have available to us. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm a little disappointed overall with just the fact that there are so war defense heavy. A lot of their stats, a lot of their kit is so war defense centric. Yes, Kate Bishop can be a viable character for these Doom raids, but yeah. Okay, I mean, how excited do you expect us to be about that? Do we even care about it ultimately at the end of the day? Is this impactful enough where you're gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna go out of pocket to go out of my way to be able to get this character? Yeah, you're gonna want to get the stars and the red stars on them. But like I said, man, disappointed. I think this is something that Scopey should think about, throwing all these characters on defense, forcing you to use them on specifically in war defense. It kind of removes the excitement of getting these characters. I guess that they feel like this is the way that they can slow down the race, but in my opinion, it also just slows down our desire to even really get them and to do anything with them. So those are my thoughts, guys. Curious to see what your guys' thoughts are. That's pretty much basically where I sit and stand at this moment. Let me know what you guys think about this. Are you excited? Are you not excited? I know for a fact, I'm gonna be real with you, I'm definitely not excited. But listen, appreciate you guys watching the video. Until next time, y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe.